Roar and listen up. Bears News. Fan Report fans, drop a like and subscribe to Bears News Fan Report right now so you don't miss a single beat of this Chicago saga. There's a whisper echoing through Halas Hall that's got every fan on the edge of their seat. A cryptic move that could redefine the Bears' quarterback room and send shockwaves through the entire NFC North. Imagine a seasoned veteran, battle-tested and road-weary, arriving to guide a budding hero destined to carry the franchise on his shoulders. Could this be the missing piece in a rebuild craving leadership? Is it possible that Chicago has quietly secured the kind of mentor who knows exactly what it takes to navigate the crucible of the NFL? Let's rewind to the moment when the rumor mill spun into overdrive. Sources inside the organization hinted that negotiations had begun in early April, and by week 1 of the off-season program, coaches were already hinting at a new face in the locker room, one who's started more than 60 games and has fought his way through unforgettable playoff triumphs. Some insiders even whispered that this newcomer's contract carries performance incentives tied to both on-field victories and the growth of the Bears' rookie gunslinger. Could this signal that the front office sees a future Pro Bowler in the making? Fans are wondering if this veteran arrival might not only spell comfort for rookie Caleb Williams, but also ignite healthy competition in a quarterback room that's desperate for experience. Now, consider the narrative arc. A journeyman quarterback who has suited up for 7 different franchises, mastering the art of adaptability at every stop. He's the kind of player whose career reads like an odyssey. An underdog in Houston, who led the Texans to a surprising playoff berth, a fill-in in Minnesota who orchestrated one of the greatest regular-season comebacks in franchise history, and a stabilizer in Cleveland who embraced the chaos of a rebuilding roster. Could this storied past mean he's the perfect foil for a young signal caller hungry to learn? Some scouts believe that this veteran's very presence in the huddle will elevate the entire offense, teaching nuance in pre-snap reads and instilling a championship mindset on every snap. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We still haven't named the man at the center of this whirlwind. Save for a few cryptic photos on social media and a brief video clip of a familiar face walking into Halas Hall, the identity remained shrouded until Tuesday afternoon, when the official announcement dropped. The Bears have inked a 1-year pact worth $3 million with none other than Case Keenum. Yes, that Case Keenum, the undrafted wanderer whose career has spanned 8 seasons, 66 starts, and unforgettable late-game heroics in front of millions of viewers. Could his signing be the tactical masterstroke that gives rookie Caleb Williams the perfect shoulder to lean on? Is Case poised to transform from journeyman to legend by mentoring Chicago's newest prospect? To grasp the full weight of this move, let's delve into Keenum's legacy. Back in 2017, he steered the Minnesota Vikings to an 8-0 start, carving out a reputation as a calm, cerebral leader under pressure. He thrived in pocket presence, delivered with pinpoint accuracy, and rallied teammates through adversity. Yet, he's no stranger to setbacks, bouncing from one team to another, often as a stopgap, never the long-term answer. Some argue that his greatest strength lies in teaching others how to rebound from failure, how to analyze defensive schemes on the fly, and how to maintain poise when every spectator is screaming for blood. Could this wealth of experience be the very catalyst that accelerates Caleb Williams' maturation from rookie sensation to elite field general? Consider the timing. The Bears kicked off their off-season program at Halas Hall under new head coach Ben Johnson just days before Keenum's arrival. Johnson, known for crafting high-octane passing attacks in Detroit, now has a seasoned collaborator in Keenum, someone who's logged thousands of snaps in pro-style systems. Fans are speculating that on day 1 of spring drills, the pairing was electric. Keenum barking cadence, Williams studying his every move, and the offense humming with newfound confidence. Could this dynamic duo be the storybook chapter that transforms a 5-12 campaign into a push for the playoffs? Some veteran assistants believe that having Keenum in the room will be like installing a quarterback boot camp, demanding perfection in footwork and film study. If you're as intrigued as I am, smash that like button and subscribe to Bears News. Fan Report right now. Let's keep this conversation going. Picking up the trail from Halas Hall, we need to unpack the real chess match hidden inside Case Keenum's one-year deal. At face value, a $3 million pact might look modest, but dig deeper, and you'll find a contract that's as strategic as it is symbolic. Sources reveal that Keenum's deal includes roster bonuses tied to snaps played alongside Caleb Williams, as well as performance incentives for team wins and playoff appearances. In other words, the Bears aren't just hedging their bets, they're aligning Keenum's motivations with the franchise's long-term aspirations. Could this structure allow Chicago to minimize dead cap if things don't go as planned? Or does it create the perfect carrot to keep Keenum fully invested in nurturing? A rookie quarterback? Let's talk cap impact. With Chicago's projected salary cap sitting near $225 million in 2025, freeing up space under that ceiling is a top priority. By opting for a short-term, incentive-heavy contract, the front office preserves flexibility for future investments, perhaps in free agency or even a second-round draft pick. Some analysts believe that this lightweight cap hit will allow the Bears to pursue a high-profile wide receiver or bolster the defense with a veteran edge rusher. Could the ripple effect of Keenum's savvy contract crafting usher in a secondary splash signing that elevates the entire roster? Fans are already speculating that the front office is eyeing a seasoned pass rusher from the AFC West, hoping to emulate the synergy that worked so well in Kansas City. But contracts only tell half the story. What really matters is execution on the field. In spring workouts, Keenum and Williams have reportedly formed an almost telepathic connection. Coaches describe an exchange of subtle nods and half smiles that signal pre-snap adjustments, as Williams absorbs every nuance of Keenum's cadence and footwork. Could this mentorship accelerate Williams' growth curve exponentially, turning what would normally be a year 2 leap into a year 1 breakout? Some insiders claim that Williams' completion percentage in 7-on-7 drills has already climbed by 8% since Keenum's arrival. If those trends hold through training camp, the Bears could very well debut 2025 with a quarterback room that's deeper and more battle-tested than anyone expected. Of course, we can't ignore the elephant in the room: Keenum's age and mileage. At 36, he's logging his 9th NFL season and carrying the wear and tear of playoff battles under center. While his veteran savvy is invaluable, durability questions linger. What happens if Keenum sustains an injury in camp or early in the season? Will the Bears have a contingency plan, or could Williams be thrust into the spotlight prematurely, before he's fully ready for the NFL grind? It's a fine line between providing mentorship and unintentionally forcing a rookie baptism by fire. Could an unforeseen injury actually accelerate Williams' development, or would it risk derailing what many hope will be a seamless transition to franchise quarterback? Looking ahead to the regular season, the dynamic between Keenum and Williams could also create a fascinating game plan wrinkle. Imagine a mid-season stretch where Keenum starts to pull on the reins, calling audibles in key red zone situations, while Williams observes from the sideline, clipboard in hand, dissecting defensive tendencies. Some offensive coordinators believe that rotating quarterbacks in situational packages could keep defenses off balance and maximize both players' strengths. Could we see a hybrid approach where Keenum handles traditional pocket passing duties, while Williams showcases his scrambling ability on designed runs? Fans are already theorizing about Case and Cal, 2-minute drill duels that could redefine how the Bears attack late-game scenarios. As the pre-draft optimism settles into organized team activities, one thing is certain: Chicago's decision to bring in Case Keenum represents far more than a stopgap measure. It's a calculated bet on leadership, mentorship, and strategic resource management. Whether this bet pays dividends in wins, player development, or culture shifts remains to be seen. But one thing the Bears faithful can agree on is that the arrival of a seasoned veteran with playoff pedigree injects a dose of credibility into what's been a rebuilding narrative for too long. So, Bears News Fan Report family, what do you think? Will Case Keenum's savvy signing and on-field guidance jumpstart Caleb Williams' career and propel Chicago into playoff contention? Or is this simply a short-term mirror for a long-term question mark at quarterback? Drop your takes in the comments below. I'm eager to read every single one. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, subscribe to Bears News Fan Report, and ring that notification bell so you never miss our next breakdown. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Bears.